Hello everybody, welcome back. This is the 73rd video. These aren't stains on my shirt. I'm just walking out. I'm just walking in the rain right now. And then I realized when I was about to film that, it kind of looks like my shirt is stained, but it's not. It's just wet from the rain. But yeah, so I finally finished Blade Trinity, and I have a lot of thoughts. So let me get out the notes that I took. Both good and bad notes. Shit, where's my notes at? Alright, there it is. Alright, so first of all, I'm just gonna go through my play-by-play, what moments stuck out to me. At the beginning, the first scene, the guy, is it the brother? He had flipped off the sun for absolutely no reason. That was really corny. His Blaze backcrack was so good that it made him scream. I thought the bodyguard right after the van was funny, after Hannibal King and Abigail Whistler rescue Blade. I thought it was cool how they put like a actual like Tomb of Dracula comic when Hannibal King is talking about the vampires resurrecting Dracula. They have like an actual Marvel Tomb of Dracula comic, so I thought that was funny. The vampire dogs, I thought those were, I mean, they were goofy, but I thought they were pretty cool. And also, why don't the Vins believe Hannibal King that he has a tracking like chip in him? Like, why is that so unbelievable? Like, they're kind of stupid there. The bodyguard breathed fire. They showed the bodyguard like breathing fire when the silver was in the air. I thought that was cool also. I wrote, I'm really liking the headquarters massacre scene. Never mind, it just got stupid once they rescued the kid. I thought it's kind of stupid about how Dracula kept saying the word motherfucker, because like he's like ancient, like shouldn't he be? I don't know. Me, I don't know. But he's ancient, so shouldn't he be speaking like ancient language? I don't know. It just feels wrong to have Dracula say motherfucker when he's supposed to be like resurrected after like centuries at least. So I don't know, but it's just something that I found kind of like off. Then my favorite scene, and also probably the worst scene in this movie, Hannibal King, he jumps over an awkwardly placed pit in like the headquarters, so then you're watching it and you're like, alright, that was kind of awkward. And then he tricks the dogs into wait, does he push them off or does he trick them? He like gets the dogs to like fall off the building and then they die from hitting the ground. And then he gives them the middle finger like the idiot he is. Like once they're already dead, this is like the dogs just fell off here. Then he's like, he like gives the window middle finger, and then he's walking back without looking behind like an idiot, and he falls into the awkwardly placed hole. Alright. This movie is really bad. And everyone said it was bad, but it was entertainingly bad. So, it is an incredibly controversial opinion. Blade 2 is better than this, no doubt, but would I rather watch Blade Trinity or Blade? Well, here's the thing. Blade, it's a great film, but it kind of like lost me like in the middle, just like personally, for a few scenes, whereas Blade Trinity, at least I was like having a good time with it. So sorry, that's like the ice machine in my room that I brought. That's the clicking noise. But anyways, but at least Blade Trinity is so bad that it's like entertained all the way through. So for that reason, I'm going to put Blade Trinity above Blade. I like all three of them. It's just Blade kind of lost me a bit, but I would watch it again. But you know what I mean? Yeah. So I like this fine. And since I put it above Blade, then obviously I'd watch Blade Trinity again. purely because it's really goofy, so it's funny. But is it a good Blade film? Not at all. No. Um, so yeah. It's kind of the problem with it though, because I think I gave like Blade 2 like 4.5 stars. I know I gave Blade 4 stars and Blade 2 4.5 stars. So it just feels wrong, because since I'm ranking Blade Trinity above Blade, I have to give it either 4 stars or 4.5 stars, and that just feels wrong to give it to this movie. But I mean, look, if I was grading it objectively as a movie, like objectively, like no, this so good it's bad stuff, and so bad it's good stuff, I'd probably give it like, I don't know, 1.5 stars or 2 stars. But technically, if I was to grade based on my personal enjoyment, I'd have to give it like, I don't know, I was give it 4 stars. So yeah, so take it with a grain of salt, definitely. But but now let's get into like what's been happening to me recently in general. So I last left off yesterday. I was about to some chicken tenders, and so I did that. And then last night I finished the Omega Red issue of Ultimate Spider-Man. I think I'm on issue 120 sign. So now I'm moving on to, they have an issue dedicated to the Shocker. So throughout the Ultimate Spider-Man so far, he's kind of been like a joke villain, but now apparently he gets like serious in this issue. I'm like halfway through it, and then I'm gonna move on to the War of the Symbiote story arc for Spider-Man, and then moving on to Ultimates 3. So yeah. And then I did get my project graded, my presentation project for my writing arguments class. I could have done better on it. I got like an 85, which I guess is good, because like, I mean, it's pretty challenging, but like now I only have a A- in the class. I'm lucky I have like a 93, because I got like I have like a 92, like a made 92.5 in the class, because I got a 93 on my first essay. So, but it seemed like most of the stuff my teacher had a problem with was my slideshow. So, and my final assessment, which is due on Sunday, is just a bigger essay. So hopefully I could win back some points with that and get myself to a more safe grade. That's not like on the cusp. So yeah. Then what else happened? At my business class, quiz on Tuesday. So yeah, and then last night I went to bed pretty late, like really late, like 6 p.m. So when I woke up around 2 p.m. today, I didn't do much. I chilled for a few hours, and then I walked to Target a few hours ago, which is like an hour-and-a-half walk, but kind of want some steps in. So, and then I got went to pretzels along the way because they have it in town, and I started craving it. And then I got to Target. I already mentioned it's raining pretty hard here. And I just got some candy for myself, just some like those mini Twix bars, because I was craving those also. I know it's bad, but I couldn't help myself. And then I got a bunch of napkins also, because recently I've just been using tissues for my tissue boxes when I eat, but that's not good, because I need that to use them as tissues, because like then they run out too quickly if I use them as napkins also. So just got some napkins for myself, got some more Mr. Pibb, got some tissue boxes also. That's the reason they're running out. And yeah, so I think the next movie, oh, and then I forgot to mention, on my way to Target, I fell and ate shit on the sidewalk, because there's one sidewalk on the way there that's like really stupid. Like every few feet it's like raised up on the ground, like there's like a step every few feet, and it's not because it's like slanted and it's like going up. It's because it's a flat road, but every few feet there's like a half circle that's like a step, and then you step back down, then you step back up. So of course I was being stupid and I tripped on one of them. I ate shit. I think I skinned my knees. I don't know if it's bleeding or not. I didn't even look at it yet, but it's whatever. But it was just kind of funny. And then I walked there by Uber back. Guy's pretty nice. That was his first ride of the night. And then he FaceTimed. No, I didn't FaceTime. I just called my parents. I called my mom when I woke up, but like I accidentally woke her up from a nap, so she's like, "I'm gonna call you there," and then she went back to bed. So it's like, all right, fair. And I think the next movie. And then I ordered food, and here I am now. So I think the next movie in my whole Marvel marathon thing is my whole Marvel marathon like movie thing. If you're new here, I'm watching through every film based on Marvel comics in preparation for Doomsday and Secret Wars. I've already seen most of them, but I haven't really seen any of them in a while. So even the ones that I've already seen, I've kind of forgotten what happens to them. So that's the reason I'm doing this. But I just finished watching Blade Trinity, and the next film I think is Elektra, which is a spin-off of the 2003 Daredevil film. So I'm excited for that. This is one of the ones that I haven't seen before either, but I'm almost done with the not with the non-MCU films, but with the pre-MCU films. There's still a lot of non-MCU films once the MCU started, but no, I'm almost done with the pre-MCU films. I think I have, let's see here, I think I only have Elektra, obviously, the two Tim Story Fantastic Four films, which I have seen those before, then Spider-Man 3, which I've seen before, and is that it? Oh, Punisher Warzone, I think, which I heard isn't a sequel to the Punisher film I just watched, but apparently it's kind of like a reboot. I think it might be like what they do with the Incredible Hulk, where it could be interpreted as a sequel to, like, so what I'm trying to say is with the Incredible Hulk film, sorry, I'm gonna have some more. Alright, that's better. So what I'm trying to say is with the Edward Norton Incredible Hulk film, they did this thing, I think, where you could look at it as a sequel to the 2003 Hulk film, the Ang Lee one, but you'll have to look through a few plot holes in order to do that, but they kind of imply that it is a sequel in it. So that's kind of what I think Punisher, I may be wrong, but I think that's what Punisher Warzone is to the Punisher film I just watched, the early 2000s one. So I think that is what it's like. So yeah, I know that was a side tangent I went on, but all right, I guess that's it for now. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one, and thank you for watching.